Talk for a second.
All right, yeah. Hello, I guess.
Just keep going for like a minute or so. Okay, now this will be our last check.
So then keep talking or what?
Okay, I think we should be good. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn the audio up a little bit, but it should be good. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn the audio up a little bit, but it should be good. Sorry if you're hearing like the echoes. There's a stream delay, so I'm just listening to myself to make sure the audio is right. Okay, I'm gonna need to turn the audio up a little bit, but it should be good. Sorry if you're hearing like the echoes. There's a stream delay, so I'm just listening to myself to make sure the audio is right. Okay, if you need to leave now, all good.
Yeah, all right, see you.
Peace. Hello. Okay, if you need to leave now, all good.
Yeah, all right, see you.
Hello. Hello, hello. Hello. Mm, 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 mm. Hello, hello, hello. Hmm. 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 Hi, my name is Aaron Buchanan. Hmm. Hi, my name is Aaron Buchanan. 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 Hi, for anyone For anyone watching, this stream is delayed slightly, so I may not see your chat immediately. However, I am here and paying attention. Chat, we will be seeing all of this starting very soon. We're just waiting a couple minutes for the draft to start. For anyone who doesn't know how this works and is already watching, basically, we're going to be drafting some of the best players in Pokemon VGC. Here we've got 10 teams all ready to draft to do the best they can in this season of NPA, taking place in the Champions Regulation MA format. Right now, we are just waiting, just hanging out for a little bit. Oh, it is going to be the most high quality radio yap of all time. I absolutely agree. And it's not a high bar. Thankfully, we have Temporal is managing the actual like draft and auction today, so hopefully I shouldn't have to focus on that too much. I should be able to just be able to yap uninterrupted, which is always lovely. Who doesn't love just yapping constantly? Toad will also be joining me later. He has something to do right now, but hopefully he will be on in a bit. He will also be able to hang out and do all of this with us. So, should be good. I may have to do a little bit of management stuff in between, but hopefully not too much. So you may see me just like tab out a little bit every couple to look at other things. Hopefully shouldn't happen too much. For basically everything else, should just be a solid yap. We'll be hanging out. I'll be reading your chat. I should know the vast majority of these players, but I'm going to be real. There's like 580 players in the draft. At some point, I'm going to miss someone, or I'm not going to realize who it is. My bad. But realistically, I can't know everyone's Smogon and Showdown usernames. It's just not going to happen. We did a mock draft yesterday, and at multiple points, we had managers being like, "Who the fuck is this? What is happening?" Just because there's so many people and there's so many good players. Like, I think we had Nails, Nick Navarre, get drafted like as like that, probably like the 30th nomination or something like that. And it's like Nails is an insane player, but there's just so many good people in this draft. To already look at it, also we can see some of the retained that have already started. We have MoMA, good Japanese player, Candy JP, another good Japanese player, Whimsicott 956, Zachary Reed, the most recent EUIC finalist, ZGR, Angry Lulu, Polar Bear, the most recent world champion, Jay Modry, Patrick Connors, Federico Camporisi. We've got Kian Campbell, who is on my classics team. So good for him. Gahaku, another good Japanese player. So yeah, we are balling. Thankfully, Sapphire is also actually here, so they can handle some of this as well. That's really nice. Obviously, I think the draft should go fine. Everyone should know what they're doing. But also, yesterday we had Ink. We had Ink accidentally draft someone for 14k in the mock because he said, "Wait, isn't this person like 14?" and then drafted them for 14k. So truly legendary skills by all of our managers here, but hopefully that doesn't happen and we don't have to fix that during this draft. I think everything should be fine. Helios already asking, will we start on time? Should be absolutely fine. We're literally just waiting on Justin Tang, who I was like 99% sure was going to be the problem here because they were not very responsive, but it's fine. Everything will be fine. Also, just because I haven't said hi, I know some of you. Hi, Oops. Hi, Bro. Hi, Jay. Hi, Subatomic Surfer. You guys all hanging out. There, Subatomic Surfer. I mentioned your name in the draft in this video because I saw you in chat. Yeah, so we have managers for 9 out of 10 teams here. We are literally just waiting on Justin Tang. But in the chat, we can also see, I can talk about a little bit about some of the managers. We have, of the ones I can see, because I can't see all of them right now, we have Ink VG, who is Siddharth Singhal. He is very cool dude. He actually also was in the same place as me. Very cool dude. He was also on my classics team. Great player, did amazing at NIAC running Swordfish in 2022. A lot of other great results. We have Tekka GT, NJ11, also very notable player. Cable and Mogo. We have Valzixina Mava. They also have Marco Fierro, who is not visible on that team. We have Bat and Sven, Bravarius, Zach Drogamp, Galahad Excalibur, and Pearl. They also, I believe, are having Jay Modry help them draft because not all of them are available right now. Teen Spirit, 45 Mice. We have Justified Joe, Superstar Jamie, Zelda, former Worlds finalist, Okoyo, Trace, and I believe that's the team that has Justin Tang, if he actually shows up. Oh, we do also have Polar Bear in the chat watching now. Nice. Not in this chat, in the showdown chat. Yefis wants waffle fries. Well, if you want to join the commentary, I will get you waffle fries. Otherwise, you're not getting waffle fries. If any of you want to be, Wolfie is not participating. Robert E. Byron, he has a lot more to do. He has played an NPA before in previous seasons, but now he's mostly focused on content creating, so he will not be participating in this. Also, if any of you are actually in the Smogon VGC room right now, it is Mod Chat Plus, so only the managers and the people helping them, etc., can talk, just so we don't have people like saying 15 in the draft. Yafachi, I pronounce it however I want, whenever I want. I'm going to change it every time I say it. Also, yeah, I should totally take over for Justin Tang's team. No one should look at my mock draft from yesterday when I was doing that for them. Definitely was not horrific or anything like that. I did get Ruben Gianzini, so that was pretty baller. Was it true Jimoji, the legend? We are 5 minutes out from the draft. Should be starting to. Did someone ping me? No. It's like. Okay. Thankfully, Zelda and Saf are handling actually voicing people. I was doing that earlier and I was like, I cannot keep track of this while I'm also trying to commentate this. It would not be great. Okay. Four minutes. We are, again, I think, still just waiting on. To be fair, we all of the hosters are on time. I'm here, Temporal's here, Saf's here. We're all actually on time. All right. Auction info. We are starting roll call. Blizzards. We do know they are here. Ink and RKD and Temple. $45 buys jumping the gun a little bit. Blades, are we here? How Kings is here. Tekka is also here. Honestly, I'm kind of surprised Tekka's here. Rollouts. That should be Cable. Cable is in here. It's not said anything. Cable and Mogo are both here and talked like 30 seconds ago. I'm literally just scrolling the chat right now to try and make sure I catch when Justin gets here so I can actually like vote him and he'll be able to actually draft. But Okay, Samurai is. No one is paying attention to the chat. Okay, Val is here. Thank God. People are actually paying attention. Who's the here? Trailblazers here. Chongjun is here. Didn't say his team. Blizzards are here. Cruisers are here. I think we are literally just going to be waiting on wait, no, I think it might just be Blades. Birds are here. Pixies are here. This is being handled so most efficient way possible. True. Everyone here is overpay, actually. In case you don't know a bit about how the draft works, so I'll talk a little bit about retains and poaches while we're waiting here. So retains are effectively the situation is that this team and these managers were here for the previous season and that they had this player on their team. We do a calculation to decide how much the player is worth based on how they performed in the season and their previous draft price, and they are able to pay that amount to buy that player for sure before the draft ever starts. Poaches are similar. However, poaches are coming from a team that was not there in the previous season, so new managers, etc. They are able to do the same calculation, but to pick any player remaining in the pool. And so each team gets up to 2 of these. Some only took 1, some took 2, some took none. But they get to start with these players and with their draft price is already paid for. So they will be coming into the draft with those players, but they need to have spent a little bit more. Okay. We have basically everyone here except Justin potentially. I think that's once again. I might have to ping him. Okay, Mava is here. Right. And unfortunately, how long does the draft usually last? Probably like we'll probably see like an hour and a half to 2 hours. This is a practice nom. Draft is not starting. We are just checking that everything is working. So if you are seeing this right now, just a practice nom. Also, thank you for saying my voice sounds kind of fine. I will take it. It's not true, but I'll let it go to my ego. Wow, we've got the 77,000 for Il Somo. Magic. Right, a lot of good players also hanging out in chat. A lot of people who I expect to get drafted or could easily late round picks. We will see. Where is running it? But I don't think the star have a manager here. Do they? Well, we are basically starting on time. It's kind of a miracle. DDXDYT, there was 589 signups this edition. You can see there's 577 players remaining in this draft because some of the players have already been picked up through poaches or retains. All right, we are beginning. First draft is Joe UX9, Joseph Ugarte, Sun player, known of all time. No one, I don't think anyone is surprised to see him be our first nomination. Obviously, really great player. I would expect this to probably go above 20K, possibly close to 30. Based on what we saw in the mock draft last night, I believe he was around 26K. I would not be surprised to see that go that high at all. And also for you guys who don't understand how the draft works, basically they're putting in numbers for thousands of they're willing to spend. You put it in, you can go up by 0.5s or by a full 1,000. You have 10 seconds to beat the bid of a person who previously did it. When 10 seconds runs out on a bid, that person will have bought the player for their team. And for this edition of the draft, there will be no trades at any point, not during the draft, not afterwards, not during mid-season. All right, we see the Celestic Stars buy them for 19.5K. Honestly, a little bit lower than I thought, but a good start for the Stars. They already have 3 players with having Kian and Gahaku as well. All right, next up, we see Emilio Forbes, 2018 World Finalist, and just an all-around great player. They signed up pretty late for the draft, surprisingly. Oh, and we see a huge jump at the start, 20 to immediately 25K. I don't think anybody is actually surprised by this. Emilio is such a great player, and we see them immediately go for 25K to the Samurais. So unsurprising, Val16 and Mava kind of running the show for them now, also up to 3 players. It's the rollouts turns. I honestly thought Emilio would probably go for higher. Yeah, for people asking about how many of them will be picked, there will be 11 players per team at minimum, 13 players max. And so if you saw the person say that maximum 130, minimum 110, that's the prices basically. So we start out with 120,000 per team, and they are required to bid at least 3,000 on a player. So if you see those things that say max bid, that's basically how much you can bid and still have enough to pay 3,000 for each player left to fill out your roster. Oh my god, we're doing the /nom and then we still did .nom. Not surprised. Did we put cable under the wrong? There we go. Michael Durbesti, world finalist, world's top 4, world top 8, regional champion, one of the best players in basically any Pokemon format. I don't think anyone is surprised. Jumping up high here already to 11.5. Be very surprised not to see them go higher, but okay, Tekka steps in, 15K. I believe we saw them shoot really high during the mock. I think they'll be a little bit lower than this. People forgetting 2 at the end of the MDB. Yeah, this was a problem during the mock as well. We were having people not quite get the names, and it was taking a little while. Okay, we have Audi stepping in, CK49. 5's Tekka also going 17.5. Oh, Pixies. So mostly we're seeing between Pixies and I believe Samurais right now. Michael Durbest going 18.5, 20K. Okay, so Blades stepping in for 20K. So between Blades and Pixies, I think both of them really want it. This is kind of a weird point. I don't think anyone's really upbidding. Okay, Puppies, last year's champion stepping in. 21, are we going to see a max out here? No, Pixies still moving for it. This is a case where someone said, yeah, this is a case where I would not be surprised to see them continually go higher. Both of them going by 0.5s at this point. So interesting. Usually 0.5s get it when it's a little bit slower, but it's such a big name. I'd be very unsurprised to see them just continue going up. Also, yeah, understandably, Caleb has been running this the last couple of years, has not been a manager, so they're getting back into the swing of things. This may go on for a while. Are we going to see the cap out here at 24.5? No, stepping in again. I mean, I don't think anyone is surprised to see MDB be one of our first real big fights for a player. And we see them go to puppies, so letting last year's champions step in with a team of already Patrick Connors, Federico Camporisi, and Michael Derbesti. Michael Kels. So, pretty strong team there already, but obviously having used a lot. What a random name. This is Paul Chua, also goes by Pony Person, multiple times international champion, top four at Worlds, just an amazingly strong player. We see them already shooting up to 18K. This would be a person where we would not be surprised to see them be basically the top pay in draft. We're having multiple teams go at it here. Blizzard stepping in for 21. So we've seen Pixies bid high on. Yeah, only 25K is very. We've had a lot of pretty low bids for both Emilio and for DB. I think it might just be because people have used a lot more retains and poaches here. I thought it was going to go a lot higher, especially because in the mock draft it went higher, I'm pretty sure. But people, this draft is so deep this year comparatively. This is the actual bids, BRG VGC. Paul, someone calling out Paul as the best player in the world right now. Yeah, it'd be hard to disagree. There's obviously a lot of good options, but Paul is. If you say that, it's hard to really say. Yeah, with how deep the pool is, people may be a bit more hesitant to spend just because there's so many good players in this draft, and you want to make sure you're really filling out your team to have it. So because you need to field 8 players each week, and then 7 players in playoffs. So you do need to actually make sure that you have enough to spend on those top players. Aura Rayquaza coming in. This person was also nominated a little pretty early. Last time, I believe it was Inc. got them in the mock draft. Not seeing them go for it here. Already up to 13, 14K, 15K. Oh, we're going high on this one. Yeah, Aura Rayquaza, I don't think played NPA in the last couple. Oh, no, 2023, according to Inc. So pretty decently recently. Just didn't make it to last year's. Like before he got canceled. So another one going super high up. We've seen the Pixies really, they've gone very hard, I think, trying to get a top player to really cement their draft because they're one of the teams. But now they have both Paul Chua and Aura Rayquaza, a very strong draft so far. Yeah, Terran will definitely, no one's surprised. Terran is that expensive. 45 mice asking us to shut up during the bids. Not going to happen. Managers never shut up. But yeah, already really strong here. Terran plus Paul, really strong. Pixies were one of the people that did not retain or poach during the previous before this draft happened. So unsurprisingly, they have a lot to spend. Nails getting nominated a lot earlier this time. Unsurprisingly. Interestingly, not super fast so far, going up to 6K. I would be very surprised if someone lets this stand. This is a player that it's Nick Navarre. You need to upbid at least, even if you aren't planning to go for them. Nails, obviously an amazing team builder, has innovated a lot of stuff. We saw a lot of. He's basically the progenitor of the Ting Ludozo kind of comps that we saw through a lot of SV. Obviously has done a ton of great results. Also a great DOU player. He's been dominating doubles derby recently. So unsurprising to see them go. Bit slower, but I think getting up there, I would not be surprised to see them go 20K plus. Yeah, when we know it'll annoy mice, true. Been a bit slower, so we might get an underpay here. Okay, a little bit, I think a pretty significant underpay for Nails, but goes to the Blades, who already had Candy GP. All right. Gabriel Agati, one Latin America's best player, obviously multiple international finalists, top cut every IC, won a bunch of regionals and GCs. Just one of the best, I think, especially just playing balanced comps or whatever dominant comp is. He's usually able to figure it out and play it to the best of his ability. So unsurprisingly, we see super high bids. He was also one of the late joins to draft, so I think everyone's very happy to see him join. But yeah, so immediately up to 25, huge bids coming from Cable now from Trailblazers as well. One of the teams that did not poach is the Trailblazers or retain, so they have a lot to spend. Ooh, Blizzard stepping in for 26. Just gonna keep going up. Hopefully, got the 27, slowing down a little bit, going up by the 0.5s now. Got Blizzard's Helios of Sun and Ink both typing it in, and goes for 27k. I think that that's pretty reasonable. Maybe I think some could argue possibly a little bit underpay. I would expect some of these people to go 30k, but with how we've been seeing pretty low draft prices so far, I think that's really reasonable price to be getting a Gotti at. All right, stars turns. We got Justified Joe, Jamie Keane, Scotty1 VGC. We're now kind of at the point where I think a lot of the very top players. Oh, Chichia, obviously, no, they are definitely a top player who needs to be drafted early. So we're seeing them go up very quickly as well. It was interesting. Nails comparatively, nommed early, but did not get a super fast bid. Chichiot obviously going up early. It's a very solid Italian player. Up to 20k already. Okay, here we go. Slowing down a little bit to the 0.5s. Another one by the Blizzards that they're fighting for. They already got Momo and Agati. It'd be a very strong team. But I don't think there's gonna be a single team in this that's not gonna have some of these absolutely top players playing for them. Already up to 22. All right. Are we gonna see a cap out here? Yeah, looks like Ink saying no. Okay, so Trailblazers, their first buy, getting Chichiot for it. Very solid. Okay, Pixies, one of the teams did not retain or poach, getting to Nom here, but they already have two players. Have already spent quite a bit getting Paul and Terran. All right, we see Yoshi and Lugia. Or are we just getting a 3k? Okay, just a 3k steal for Yoshi and Lugia. That's Fiona, by the way, a very solid Canadian player. Uh, I guess we're just getting them for. They're just going to be a 3k pick. That's very solid for them. Okay, very interesting. We're seeing some interesting stuff. Okay, Sakura, this is Aurelian Sula, the player who gets second at most tournaments per year. Uh, Obviously a very good player, having played a lot of Terapagos in previously in Reg ING. Now, obviously, just a very solid player. Seeing them go up really quickly. We had in mock draft. Luckily, everyone got to hear that uh, they were Sakura. I don't think a lot of people actually knew their username when we were doing the mock draft. Thankfully, everyone here now does that. That's Aurelian Sula. French player, just very solid. Gets second at a ton of tournaments. Hasn't had their kind of breakthrough to get first yet, but unsurprisingly going for this much. Seeing Sven and Joe get into it. We're going to see cap at 22.5. Oh, Pixies stepping in again. Pixies have already spent a lot, but they're willing to go for these high bids, especially after they got that bit of a steal on Fiona. All right. And it looks like we have the Cruisers buying Aurelian Sula to go with our current world champion, Giovanni Cischke. Trace with the can we nom yet? All right, Didi La Malice. Oh, or shooting up to 10. 12, 13. Interesting. We've seen Pixies really get in on a lot of these. They're fighting for basically every player that they've seen so far. This is also, by the way, for those that don't know, this is Theo Masu. another very good French player. Going up to 17.5, 18K. Ooh, Justified Joe. They have a little bit more cash right now, I believe, so they should be able to fight the Pixies off this. But the Pixies may just be upbidding. Or okay, 19.5. Okay, going to 20. I was gonna say under 20, I think would be a little bit of a steal, especially on this one where they're fighting for it. Okay, yeah, I think Zelda was just recognizing they could upbid there for quite a bit because I think Justified Joe was willing to go for it. Now they're up to 4, so surprising actually to spend 20K there, but gets the player they want. Right, Pixie's turn. We're back on our second loop of the draft. So if you weren't aware, this is going to be a snake draft. So it goes all the way down, and then you go backwards going up. So it's, say Trailblazers and Blizzards, when it gets to their turn, will have 2 noms directly in a row. Versus right now, Pixie's getting their second nom. Kyogre SG, this is another very solid Italian player, which you're going to hear me say solid Italian player, because at some point I can't get through all of these guys' results, and there's so many good Italian players in this draft that I'm just going to kind of need to go, okay, yeah. Stars synergy is peculiar. Yeah, interesting group of players, but I think understandably, when you have 2 retains, you can kind of get a little bit more on that. Kyogre from saying, oh, this is, yeah, sorry, this is different. I was looking at Kyogres in the chat. Sorry, this is Kyogre from Singapore. They have very similar names. That's my bad. Sorry, Kyogres is in chat. He's a driver right now, and so I had just been talking to Kyogres. My bad. This is Kyogre from Singapore. It's Wang Zhang. That is my bad. Apologies, chat. All right, up to 25K from Trailblazers. Earl stepping in. Yeah. Well, Squobit Boy, that one is not about how stacked the players are. That's just, I was talking to Kyogres recently. I don't think he signed up. I was just talking to Kyogres recently because he's managing another league I'm running. So he was just in my brain. All right, most expensive player so far, I think 29K. Surprisingly, we haven't had anyone go to 30K yet, which I believe we saw multiple last year. Oh, immediate non. This is Juan Salerno, a great Latin American Argentinian player, has had a bunch of regionals wins, bunch of top cuts, gone late in basically every tournament he's been in recently. He was also, I think, basically the last sign up along with Keanu Inosanto. So, but obviously, great player. 17. Juan Salerno can tweet about your team and they will get second. So true. Okay, 17K, reasonable price, great player, but everyone's already kind of, I think, spent out their max. Team with the most remaining now, we have both the rollouts and the birds, who have not actually purchased any player outside of their retain/poaches right now. Yeah, great. 17K for Juan Salerno is kind of crazy, especially with both 2 teams still at 100K to be able to fight for it. But we're kind of in a weird place. Everyone is really waiting. So okay, Chris Hahn coming up as darts. Can you get a price list whenever there's a pause and noms? Kunal, no, you can't. Fight me. True, by praising them, he will. Okay, I will get price list ready whenever we actually get breaking noms. Right now, Darts shooting up, unsurprisingly. Darts known both for his play and also for sending, hi, I would like to be on your team. I got top 32 at Worlds to every single person in the manager chat. All right, here we have a price list. I'll go through. So we have Kyogre had the highest, Agati next up, tied with Paul, then Michael, and Yoshi and Lugia, the only one at 3K. All right, Animus coming up, Kyle Livinghouse. No problem, Kunal. Almighty Ruler Chat recommends Sir Aaron. I would not be surprised to see Aaron get bought later, but I don't think he's going to be this high in the draft. Right? We see Rollout stepping in finally. They had not bought a player yet outside the retain, so it'd be interesting to see if they really fight for this one. I think Cable probably. I may be remembering incorrectly, but I'm pretty sure that is a friend of Cable, so would not be surprised. Oh, Ink getting it 16.5. Mogo stepping in. Hi, we have Code here. Please tell me if there's any issues with Code's audio because he is joining me through a Discord call, so may not be the easiest to hear. I will try and fix the audio when we have a chance if you can't hear him. Code, say hi to the people. Yeah. All right. So we just saw Kyle Livinghouse get bought for 17K. Ink having another one of his draft mishaps, drafting after they've already been bought, trying to go up to 17.5. All right. We have Supa Santi. Yeah. Santino Tarquino, Players Cup champion. Great player. They've been active in a lot of NPA and Classics leagues before him. Okay, we can't hear Code. Okay. Code, talk now.
Yeah.
Can you hear Code now, chat?
Well, as I was saying, Santino got top 4, I think, in the recent Scraw tour. That was like 6,000 people.
Yeah,
Or
I
not
believe he
10,000
beat
people. I don't even know.
MDV going in top 8 of that
Yeah.
tour.
There was something about that in speed tiers. It was funny.
All right, he's going up to 17.5, a little more than what we saw for Animus. Okay, cool. Code, they can hear you now. Sick.
Perfect.
We love having a player, co-commentator that's actually able to talk. All right, 19K. Oh, I don't know if you've been watching previously, Code, but we've seen a lot of surprising underpays in this draft already.
Yeah. I love the Yoshi and Luigi 3K.
Yeah, that was so out of nowhere. Code, the better team of the week manager. Oh, so true, chat. Jesus, if
Yeah,
you're in
pretty
chat,
much.
get wrecked. One less vale draft the other. Okay, Sempra up.
Sempra, perfect.
Sempra, the
This will
player
be like
who
a
we have the most
20K,
trouble
surely.
scheduling with in all team tours.
I see this going 20K. I mean,
I'm gonna say it comes in a little bit under at like 19K because we've just seen such low drafts so far.
a lot of people are actually low on money already,
Yeah,
considering it's like
especially with some pretty high priced retains already this year, and then a lot of people have kind of spent already on pretty like Pixie's already getting Paul, Taryn, Chris, and Yoshi and Fiona. Obviously, we've already spent a lot.
I'm just wondering if Birds plan on upbidding at any time this year.
I think I've seen Pearl do one actual bid. Okay. Oh, we might cap out really low. No, okay. Audi is actually stepping in to upbid this.
Adi already has the team of gods.
No, is he gonna get Sempra for 15K?
Yo, this can't be real.
Oh god, the puppies are gonna win again.
Hold on, I'll step out for a second.
All right, we got Mega Umbreon VGC, recently finalist in the Scraw Tour. So obviously big name coming out right off that. But we're gonna see just a 4K. Oh, Mogo's gonna fight for it. We're gonna see a little bit. Obviously not. I don't think quite as well known as a lot of the other names we've seen, but obviously a recent result like that in such a big tour is gonna get you pushed up a little bit. But we're seeing pretty low bids here. Arne, I agree, but I'm not going to say that out loud because I'm sure someone will clip me barking forever and never let me let it go. All right, slow bids. Mogo for the rollouts. Rollouts haven't spent too much so far. So we're just going to get 7K. I think, that could be a pretty solid pick. Okay, we have Katomi. This is Apron VGC.
Wait, who's Mega Umbreon VGC?
They're the person who just made a finalist in the Scraw Tour.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so good for them to get into this off back of a big result like that. Katomi, Apron, VGC, they specifically
Yeah.
said they can only play on Showdown this year, so you will not be seeing them on the cart streamed matches. Going up very high.
Wow, that's a lot of yeah.
Yeah. I th- okay,
I'm
so
not sure if I expected this. Yeah.
yeah, Katomi's a good player. I don't know if I would expect a 17K or a nom this early, but not totally unreasonable. I think especially the draft team knows them and knows they'll show up and play and be active because that's from what I heard that's what they were like in the Classics League. So I would be unsurprising that that teams are valuing both their skill as a player and their ability to actually work with the team.
I think it's interesting to value players that have been around for longer because it's like a new meta and actually a no Terra meta, so
Yeah, it's brought back a lot of people who hadn't really kind of played as much during the latter part of SV. So it's interesting to see a lot of these names that kind of weren't appearing in tours really, but now everyone knows they're good, but they're coming back because it's no longer Terra. Whoa, okay, we got another stream. We're getting competition.
another stream, he said.
We're getting competition. Please don't leave us. We're so cool. I know
Oh,
it's
yeah.
Geo, but
Geo is streaming.
we should go watch Geo stream as well.
Already ahead of you there. See you.
Code's actually been stolen. He's going to join Geo stream. All right, with the Geo stream popping up, we're taking a little bit of a break. I think Ink is probably either needs to do something or is just looking through the draft at this point because there's so many players. It's kind of you do need to take a minute sometimes to. We
Let's see
messed
some
up
players.
Nom again. No one will learn. I don't
They're
know if they
nomming.
are doing that as a joke or if they actually just don't know how to. This is okay.
Okay,
This is their actual
Luca
draft.
Paz.
This is Luca Paz, by the way,
Yeah.
regional champion. Also, Saf saying we should annoy Trace more. Real. Luca Paz, very solid player, pretty consistently getting late in most events he shows up to. Not surprised.
Very, very good performances in SV. So this is
Basically
good
throughout
pick.
SV across regulations, they were consistently doing well. And interestingly, plays under the Spanish flag. Also, sometimes I remember previously played under the American flag. Switched to Spain.
Interesting.
Understandable. Got to get those World Cup of Pokemon drafts.
11K. That's a little low, to be honest.
11K, yeah, a bit low, but again, everyone I think just seems really reluctant to spend on some of these. Especially the birds are still have not actually bid a player successfully.
They're
And
just
again,
gonna
I
get
think I've
10
only
players
seen
in a row.
Pearl get one player. I believe J Modri is also supposed to be drafting for them, but I haven't seen them make a bid. They might have made one earlier.
At this point, I wonder if they're even awake.
Real. They just get to the end of the draft and we just see a bunch of 3K picks. Interestingly, Blizzards have held off a bit. Same with Cruisers after their big picks. This is Stefano Greppi, recent regional champion. Pretty slow start, but I think we'll see them go pretty high. I think Stefano's pretty highly valued at this point. Sorry, I was handling a little thing in
I don't believe they've actually played an NPA season, so it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I think their big success obviously coming within the last season, so much bigger draw now. But I think still a good player before that. But this will be their first NPA.
Oh, Giamodri finally typed.
Yo, Pearl and Jmodri actually fighting for someone, and they're not gonna get it. It looks like no. Okay, they're staying in it.
No update?
Going slow here, but finally the birds are actually.
There's
I've
no way
already seen
birds
our
are just
views
letting
drop
it
by
go.
10 people because of Geo's stream. we still have like 80 people watching though, so we're balling.
Fire.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Pearl and
19. We might
Howkins.
actually get to 20.
Oh, our viewers dropped another 10 immediately. Nice. All right. Are we actually going to see the birds draft? No, Howking's still fighting for it. The Blades are going to deny. Come on,
The
spend
Italian
money, Pearl.
community is
Spend
too
money. You know,
strong.
come on. Yeah.
I know how badly Hawkins wants this.
The thing is that Pearl definitely can outbid them in a bidding war. They just have more to spend at this point. But it's one of those things of how much do you actually want to fight for this? Like
They're
have
just
to
gouging
maintain that
Hawkins
level
for
of
all their
balance.
money.
Yeah, you kind of have to maintain how much do you want to spend on a single person, but like realistically, if you haven't spent anything at this point and no one's going above 30K, like you can spend 23K on that. There's no real reason not to when you have that much left. They get them. We finally see the birds act. All right, Sylveon
So
used
when use
Calm.
Calm Mind. Huh.
Oh god, this
They've
was
had
someone
pretty
else.
good.
This oh, I I know who this is. I'm just blanking. Let me check. I know who this is. Code, if you know who it is, feel free to talk. But like, I know I talked about them.
I genuinely don't know their IRL. I just know that they've played a couple of seasons.
Yeah. Oh god. It's Lewis Markle, I think. Lewis Markle.
Oh.
Sorry, everyone, that took me so long that they actually got bought. But previously Sylveon is so cute was someone else, and then now it's Lewis Markle. So I was trying to remember. Thank you, Kunal and Oops, for letting me know. Tabu, good Spanish player. They went for very high in the mock draft. I would be unsurprised to see that repeated here. Jay Modry stepping in, the Spanish Alliance. We actually seeing the birds pretty slow right now, but I think this will go pretty high. Or are we just going to see a... Okay, no, yeah, they're not letting the... But interesting, Jay Modry and Pearl finally seeming to step in. It's possible they had some specific players on their roster that they really wanted to get, and so they waited quite a bit to try and make sure they had the draft advantage before they went for it. Potentially, specifically with someone like Stefano Greppi, they really wanted him and just waited it out to try and make sure that they could win it. All right, going in 10K here. I think they're stepping out. Oh, we have Bravarius actually has shown up and just bidding now. So we may see more bids now that we have a third person here for their team.
This is Jorge Tabuyo.
Yes.
Very, very strong player.
Has great performances across events and great performances in team leagues as well. Ooh, 12.5. I think that's
He's had
underpaid.
a lot of VR runs that were really good.
Yeah. I think pretty well known amongst the community for that and for their presence in team tours.
Right.
Okay, Samurai's turn to nominate. It's possible. I would tell everyone, expect a little bit of a slowdown in terms of how fast nominations come as we get through this just because there's so many players that I think once everyone's kind of gone through a lot of the best known names here, it may just take a minute for everyone to figure out who exactly they want to nominate next.
Right.
We are back up to 77 viewers. Wow. Apparently GeoStream wasn't good enough. We take those.
I love monopolizing the draft.
2-2. Okay, Mirai won.
Carlos.
Carlos has
Yeah.
top cut worlds multiple times. Are we just gonna see
Yeah,
4K?
actually-
Okay, I was like that'd be crazy.
Like twice in a row had pretty similar, I think, top 32 worlds.
Yeah, there was a point where someone mistook, I think it was the 2023 Worlds, and accidentally posted it because he was in both. Surely the managers have created a list of players they want to bid. That's true, oops, but also like to tell you like of doing the mock yesterday, there's just so many players, and a lot of them, like obviously there's gonna be an overlap between players that have already been bought to some degree. So I think for everyone, they just kind of have to take a moment and say, okay, where are we at in terms of where our draft is? Has anything changed that we need to make changes for? That kind of thing. There's always got to be that moment of taking a step back and just saying, okay, where is our draft at right now? Do we have the players we need of our our top bids, the people we want for our mids, that kind of thing? You need to be able to take a second and say, okay, who are we nomming? What has happened?
I mean, the undrafted pool is still swimming in like regional winners like Harry, Dylan Matthews. It's like, yeah.
I think when we got to the mock draft, there were multiple regional champions that went undrafted.
I hope Pengi doesn't go undrafted again.
Drafted in the mock. I hope he'll get drafted this time. That would be rough. But like that's the degree of it. We've got so many good players. Okay, 17K, 17.5. This is pretty high for the recent ones.
Okay, 18. We might hit 20.
I'll show another price list after this because if nominations are slowing down, I think this will be a good time to just do a little look through the price list. Going up to 19, are we going to see another 20K? Justify Joe stepping out. Okay, 19K. All right, let's look at the price list for a second. Once again, we have Kyogre SG, Xinjiang, as our
dubious bulb.
All right, Dubious Bulb, another Italian player and team builder. Good friends with Marco Silva.
Yeah, he definitely helps them a lot with building and testing. I know that.
Yeah, so I think that's a pretty big draw here. Marco, obviously, one of the managers. I would be unsurprised to see his team fight for it a lot. But we're seeing basically everyone stepping in on this already. But it looks mostly like Blizzards and Birds. Now we have the Trailblazers. Blizzards, Birds, and Trailblazers going for it. Interesting. I haven't seen, I believe it's the Samurais as Marco's team go for it yet. Oh, there we go. There's the Samurais. Stepping in at 11. Are they going to get the Italian Dream? No, Blizzards try and stop it. All right, are we going to see a bit of a bidding war between them, or are we just going to out at 11 points?
Samurais are just going to get it.
Yeah, okay, Italian Dream Team. Yeah, here we see a little bit of a, it's unsurprising players and managers are going to pick the people that they're familiar with, that they know are going to create the best team environment. Z, my boss, our boss.
Oh boy.
Z Castagliola, obviously great player, has had a lot of great results. Also
including
a recent cheerleaders.
Recent top 32 worlds. So
yeah. So Z, I'm pretty sure we aren't allowed to say negative things about them, or else we'll be fired.
Yeah, well, I don't mind being fired. So
Z sucks. This is an overpay. 5 point.
Oh, that's actually an underpay.
See, why do you have to get an underpay so we can't make fun of you? Ruining it for us. Also, unsurprising, Z and Val are very good friends. They're currently managing the Vintage Draft League team tour. So, so
Of
unsurprising,
course.
they're repaired together. This is William Brown. Recently,
Right.
a lot of good results. I believe got second. Was it second recently at a regional or top four? It might have been top four, but a very solid player. Yeah, Zelda asking in chat there. Okay, we're seeing pretty fast bids for him.
Yeah, they have a lot of results pretty recent.
I mean, that's the thing is recently solid results are going to play out pretty well, and obviously they did very well in Champions Arena, the Victory Road Tour as well, and won a grand challenge. So a lot of good results, and I think playing that consistently with top eights and top 16s a ton recently is one of those things where you want to try and get a player that's on a hot streak.
Dude, Puppy's draft is just gets crazier and crazier.
Why are they letting the puppies do this?
I mean, they're down to 19K, but at the cost of getting all the top.
Yeah, they have a huge, great team. So this is Kerry D'Artona, recent regional champion and Sanseer hitter of all time. Another player, obviously great recent runs, was basically only person to do super well with the Roaring Moon comp. Reg F2.
I expect this to be around like 18, maybe.
Yeah, I could see it cap off there as well. But it's going pretty fast so far. We have Blizzards, Trailblazers, and I believe Rollouts all fighting for. Oh, and Birds stepping in.
Rollouts are getting a
The
pretty
Birds have
interesting
really revived
draft
in
here.
the second half of this draft.
I'm really intrigued by the rollouts draft plan here.
So far,
It's
it's
not like
been not to draft people. Okay, gonna see 18K. Yeah, stop here, so we're correct.
no.
How could they do this to us? Don't they know that us being correct about predictions is the only thing that matters here?
Wow.
Wow, they
So
went
they did this.
18.5 just to spite us.
Yeah, exactly.
How could they? But yeah,
So Birds got two pretty recent regional champs.
yeah, not a bad strategy. But they haven't filled out their team very much, but they one of the higher right, Azulite, also another
Another
recent
regional.
Milwaukee champion.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the kind of thing we're talking about, guys. With how many good players are in this, is that it's just going to keep going. We're just going to keep being like, oh, recent regional champion, recent regional top cut. There's just too many good players in this pool. I think this will be like 15.
No, this is going to be more.
Oh, are we going to see another low?
Oh, are we going to see a really bad underpay because people don't have money?
Because everyone's broke?
Seems like it.
It's the brokest draft of all time. But finally, Cruisers pick up another player.
Cruisers are looking really strong right now.
Yeah. Dev611. Oh, who is this? Oh, Sohai.
I have no idea who this is.
Yeah. The recent regional champion. Take a shot every time we say that.
I'm genuinely curious. I might have searched it up on the thread.
This is Sohai Mufti. Unsurprising for Sohai to be a bit of a draft war. Very well-known player amongst the community.
I see.
Rollouts finally getting in there, going forward a little bit.
Rollouts seem to be getting not like the top players, but players that they think can really shine,
Yeah, getting a bit of, maybe undervalued players. Getting so high for 10K, very solid. I would generally agree with Cable there. A bit of an underpay. Sohaib is very well known, very consistent player. Samu, here we. Oh, I know who this is.
Okay.
Rain is dead. This is also a well-known player. I am just blanking. Samuel Pereira, I believe.
Right.
Not a regional champion, but a regional finalist. So you don't have to take a shot for that one. Yeah, Kunal pointing Sohaib, very reliable NPA player. Another big thing, if people know you from NPA specifically, they know you're going to be active in that team tour and do well in that environment. That plays a very big role. This person, Samuel Pereira, obviously another recent success. Are we going to see the rollouts go for them as well? No, it seems like Blades going for it. And Blades get them for 8K, very solid. I'm not going to call that an underpay because Samuel's results, have not are not like so top tier and not very mostly recent. So okay, we have Megumi. This is a Taiwan national champion for the twice Taiwan national champion.
Correct. Played an NPA a couple of times, so makes sense.
Yeah, people know them, and so not a recent regional champion, but a recent national champion, I guess.
Well, it's not recent. It's like a couple years.
2024. It's the 1 year past national championship. Goes for 7K, I think, a reasonable price. I think Taiwan is a fairly strong region in terms. Even we don't, I don't think a lot of people take super good view of a lot of the South Asian regions because we don't get a lot of streams of them. We don't necessarily interact with the players as much, but usually they have pretty strong performances at Worlds and in these team tours. So unsurprising to see them drafted. That's kind of the unfortunate thing here, though, is that with how the circuit is organized, we don't always get to see streams and stuff like that, especially for Latin America, Australia, and for the South Asia events, which really sucks because there are a lot of great players in those regions who deserve more attention and more praise for how they do. But just unfortunately, don't get as many streams. We don't get to pay quite as much attention to them.
However, I think NPA tends to give them a really good shot.
Yeah, I think NPA, especially the managers here are all the people that are really paying attention to everybody's results. So they're obviously, making sure they're seeing people across all regions. And so that gives a lot of these players that don't get noticed as much a chance to play. Commander VGC was on the winning team last year, the Puppies.
Yeah.
We see the
special event champion and special event finalist back to back, I think.
So be very unsurprising to see very high bids here. We're going to probably see the champion tax a little bit. We see CK49 going for him.
I'm actually curious to see if Audi wants to get Commander again.
They put in 2 bids already. They haven't gone for much higher. Here we go, 9. So they're going for him again.
It's going to be
probably the last. At least champions tax Audi here.
This is probably the last top player the Puppies can afford.
Yeah, but if they get it, that's huge. Their 19K is their max bid. I feel like they can only go to 13K or something like that. You have to save some. Bird stepping in. Oh, this might be it. I don't know if Audi. Okay, Trailblazers.
I think Audi doesn't want to go any higher.
Yeah, so. They just don't have enough. I think clearly wanted to have them again to rebuild a bit of the team from last year, but not always going to get that. They've spent so much early on. Okay, and goes to the Birds, who finally filling out their team a little bit after not buying anyone at the start. I'm going to check. Okay, not a ping. Hero T. Oh, they're asking for Renzo Navarro, who is a Players' Cup champion as well as multiple special event championships. So, a recent regional champion, in other words. Can anyone unjail my boy Galahad Excalibur? Oh. I have to step in
Oh,
as
is
the
that right?
goat.
6 just checked their thing, 6-time special event champion.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Okay, Renzo Navarro again. 6-time special event champion, Players Cup 4 champion, great player. Has been involved in NPA and in classics, I believe, beforehand. Actually, maybe not classics, but definitely been involved in NPA before. Galahad Excalibur, immediately voiced by me, and is now immediately bidding. So maybe that's what the birds needed really to bid most. Okay, seeing some pretty fast bids here for them. Unsurprising, very solid player. Don't get to winning six regional events in a Players Cup being bad.
Exactly.
That's one of those crazy things,
Uh,
though. Is like 6 regional championships. The amount of like just avoiding RNG you have to do to get there is insane.
wait, no, that's 6 special events on top of 4 regionals.
Yeah, sorry. So 10 championships total and a Players
Yeah,
Cup.
like, it doesn't even matter how old the results are, that's 10 events.
Yeah, like just the level of consistency in RNG management you need to go through to not just get knocked out of a tournament that many times is insane. And that's across so many formats, which for something like MPA, when we're dropping into a format for like the first time, really, there's only been really like a handful of bigger tournaments online right now. You need to have someone that you know can adapt to a new format and do consistently well in it.
Birds have a bunch of regional or special event champions.
Yeah, we need to after this like go through the tournament list for all of these players and see which team has like the most regional championships. Arakusabi
Areku,
last time got
I,
very underpaid during the mock draft.
2 years ago, I think they were like what do you call it? Most valuable player in MPA, but then they got retained and didn't have a great season. Hoping to hopefully have a better one this time.
Yeah, and but I mean like that's always a hard one. I think they recently got 12th at Scraw. So like obviously playing well right now.
Yeah, of course.
But that's the hard thing though, is you can never really be entirely sure what season a player is going to have. It even if they were the best in the previous season, things change. You can always just have a couple bad days, and really, it's like you're playing 9 matches for the regular season at most. It's very easy to just have 2 or 3 go the wrong way and just not end up with the season. Arku has been insanely overperforming in Champions Tours. Yeah, Zhang just did well in Scar. Okay, so we see Ven
And
on
Fox.
Ban Fox. Are we just
This
gonna
is
see 4.5K? No? I think very chill fight right now. This is an Italian Swiss player, by the way. This is Andrea.
interesting.
What's his last name? Andrea.
I couldn't tell you, but
I know it's Andrea
um,
is his first name. Okay, 6K, pretty low for a regional champion. It's a
to
pretty
be fair, they're only available weeks 1 through 7.
yeah. You're not getting him for playoffs. I
Like you
yeah,
say, that's a steal, but they're only playing 7 weeks at most.
I don't know. I still think 6K for someone that it's pretty solid. I would have expected like 8 or 9. Okay, Clippers immediately getting. This is Aaron Brock, by the way. A lot of good regional results. Unsurprised that they're going this high. I also want everyone to know that I'm pretty sure Justin still isn't here, despite being the person that we were told was going to be drafting for them.
Yeah, Aaron Brock is just gonna go like really high. Really good season last season, I think.
Yeah, after a couple of decently low bids, we're finally seeing someone go up past 15K again.
He had a top 4 last season, and the year before, top 16 world. So it's like
Obviously a player just consistently getting high level results. Not a
Yeah, that's
recent
a
regional
good one.
champion, but doesn't quite matter.
Pretty much almost an equivalent.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing here is like getting top fours consistently. Yo, our boss,
Big Dawab.
the Dwab. 3K. Okay. Dwab was also on Audie's team last year, but I think
You'll
Dwab's
get
probably
all
going to go
the
too high as well. Dwab,
you'll
obviously
get
a great
all the
player, but also
insight.
a very creative team builder. So I think in something like NPA, where you really need to be not being C teamed constantly, having someone like this can be a great asset to your team to get a lot of different builds in.
I was gonna say, um, this is how you'll get all the insider info about the new mechanics and champions.
Yeah, Dwab will tell you how to abuse the RNG seed. This is how you make sure all the rock slides go your way.
8K, pretty solid. I mean,
Yeah, 8K,
I,
very solid. Uh, Obviously champion last year, and it's very, I think, both as a player and as a support, great multi boy. Do you know who this is? Because I am
I
blanking.
have no idea who this is actually. That's why I shall look this up actually.
I believe Oceanian,
Oh,
Australian
it's Lewis
player.
Tan.
Was it? Sorry, I didn't.
Lewis Tan,
Oh, it's Lewis Tan.
senior
Oh, cool. Understandable
worlds. Yeah,
then.
of
All
course.
of the Australian players have such whack names. I never see any of them go by. I think it was a
Yeah.
Nick Khan as Funny Turtle Man. We had he got bid in the last. Oh, here we go, Ari. We had
Oh,
a
right
Nick
away.
Khan get bid in the last one, and no one knew who he was because everyone was like, "Who's Funny Turtle Man?" I am Rio. WVG is William Brown. Rollouts will now only play on SD. So true. Rollouts will not be getting streamed matches. Okay, we have Samurais going for it again. Seems like everyone's capping out at 7 here. No? Okay, fine.
Hmm.
Cruisers. Cruisers have not had a lot of players so far, but they've gone some pretty high level players. Obviously, having Geo on their team is a pretty solid start.
Yeah, of course. Seems like it's going to How Kings. Yep.
Okay. Wade's filling out their team pretty nicely. They've got solid Spanish team, unsurprising when Teka is the main person drafting. All right, are Blizzards again being the ones taking a bit to nom? Let's look at auction price list again while we have a
Let's
moment.
get some let's get some guesses on if this is gonna be a regional champ or not.
Oh, what are you gambling on this? How much are you willing to put on the line?
I'll put $20 that it is. Oh, it's right. Kylan? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So Kylan going up. Another very solid player. Obviously, Kylan has gotten pretty great recent results. So
Yeah.
understandably, I think getting nommed here, not going up too high so far.
And technically, if you include seniors, this is a regional champ, so I was right.
Nah, I'm getting that $20.
No.
Zelda, come on, man. It is also a baller username, to be fair. The birds just saying they're fans but not actually bidding. Put your money where your mouth is. Come on.
Honestly, pretty good price. I
Yeah,
mean, I would
8K.
have gone up to like 10 for him.
Are we doing a break at some point? No, it never stops.
What do you mean break? I've never heard of that.
All right, Meverse. Okay. seems like interesting. Gonna stop at 5.5. No, Chongjun stepping in.
Believe, yeah, recent UIC top 8, yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just forget that I should say things about them sometimes.
I just want to clarify people know who this is.
My brain's just like, whatever. I recognize the name. Doesn't matter if anyone else gets to know what's happening. Nah, Blizzards and Trailblazers taking naps right now, real. They're taking their break whenever.
Birds already had their nice power nap at the beginning of draft, so I think they'll
They're
be
rested.
good.
They're ready for this. Now that Galahad Excalibur can actually talk in chat. Atadome has jumped on. Okay, 11K, solid. One of the bigger buys we've seen recently. Also, I want to point out the Blades are now at 10K, 10.5K left, and they have 8 players, so their max bid is 4.5. So they are basically just going to be getting 3Ks for the rest of this.
Yeah.
Snower. You know who this is? Because I do not recognize it.
I believe, well, part of the Asian circuit, maybe. I have no idea.
Chat, help us. Come to our aid. Chat is slowing.
Chat, I'm afraid I don't know who this is.
Chat, take it on faith. This is Wolf. If anyone asks, we didn't say that. There's no plan break, but we can take a few minutes.
Dawe.
Temporal, no. What? Who is it? It's Dawe. Oh,
Dawe
nice.
Smith. Yeah.
I swear Dawe's username was different than that.
Me too. I guess I'll believe Crow.
Did Dawe change their username recently?
Yeah, I know who Dawe
Or is it? It's just like their
but
smoke on is different from their username for other things. Maybe.
I have no idea, but it is what it is. Surely, very, very good Asian player.
Yeah.
I don't want to. I want to tread lightly on saying Japanese, but I believe
Shoot.
it's Chinese. Maybe.
I thought they were Chinese.
Yeah, I think they're a Chinese player. Either way, they had a really good performance last NPA. They were pretty close to MVP, but
Not surprised to see them come back again. Yes, I believe. Yeah, they're Chinese.
I didn't want to. I can't make an assumption, but I'm pretty sure they were Chinese.
Bagel just said, I just wanted to thank you for informing us on who everyone is and now this. Yeah, okay, you caught us at like the one time we had nothing on the person for a second.
Yeah. Oh, 7-2 last season. Yeah, that sounds about right. I think the last match I watched them play, they used like Kobuberry Ensign on Terrapagos balance. That was pretty cool.
Alright, Chang Fu time. Underpay when the start.
Is this another Chinese player? I wish I knew these players.
Yeah, it's Chang Fu Ren. They did really good at VR and some of the VRs, and also have had a couple regional performances. Thank you, Bagel. No problem. That's what we're here to try and actually make this, accessible, because especially with the comparison between Smogon usernames and IRL names, it can get really confusing exactly who everyone is that's getting put up here. So trying to do our best to make sure that, you guys get to understand the draft and enjoy it. Or if you're the Crow, you just get to hear us talk because you know all these people.
Yeah. Top 8 Melbourne, apparently.
some good regionals and VR tournament performances. So
Right.
16K I think is very
It's pretty
high.
high,
I don't think
actually.
they've gone to go to a ton of tournaments. So solid player. You know, if you get really good results after out of only going to like one tournament that you can really attend, that I think helps people think that you're a very strong player. Arcane Daniel Yu,
Arcane.
recent
Damn it.
regional champion.
How many times do you think we'll be saying this?
Yeah. Yeah, so Daniel Yu, recent regional champion, also did well with Toxapex recently for whatever reason.
Yeah, he had like a top 32 with Toxapex, which is crazy.
Yeah. I'm Rio. I'm Rio just said, so seeing how some teams have like 3 people only, is the strat to let everyone get their stuff and then pick a lot of peeps for cheap? It depends upon what your draft strategy is. We've seen a lot of players go for really high cost picks, like Paul Chua obviously is basically a brand name at this point. So it really depends. Some players obviously think they can get, undervalued picks and just wait and fight for the people that they specifically want. Other people really want to get those brand name kind of picks. So it
Can we
depends.
acknowledge
Sometimes that can be a great
can we
strategy. Sometimes it doesn't work out. And also,
can we
Puppy's getting
acknowledge the
another.
fact that
That's
Puppy's just
crazy.
got another like pretty huge top player?
Yeah, and that's basically going to be the Puppies almost last, but they still have actually they can still go to 14K on some. But
That was only 7.5. That's crazy.
yeah, 7.5 for Arcane. Actually, Arcane talks in VGC chat a lot, so like that's definitely a price lower.
Oh yeah, true. This is Dylan Matthews, another regional winner. Go figure.
Whoa, who would have guessed? Yeffa is saying this is why I have the same name literally everywhere.
Zelda? Does Zelda know absolutely 0 players?
Zelda's asked literally. I respect that Zelda is taking point on draft and is has still just been asking who is this. To be fair, they've already got like a very solid team, so
How did Puppies get another This is crazy. Puppies just
another
got
for
2
another
regional
7K.
champs in
They
a
still have
row.
10K to. They can still do a 10K bid. That's crazy. I think Blizzards
Get
and Cruisers and Trailblazers all they have to have some people in mind that they're specifically going for. Ooh, Zelda calling out his own co-manager, but he won Gdansk. Yeah, I think so, Squab. I believe you're correct. Rip body, shots fired.
Yeah, he won Houston, if we're talking about Dylan Matthews. Audie with the classic, we retained someone who didn't win a regional when they won an internet.
Wow, so true.
Nash, they've played a lot of seasons, I think.
Gosh, well-known player.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're also they believe they Team Korea manager for World Cup of Pokemon. It's cool.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, again, Korean player manager for World Cup has done very well at the Trainers Cups, qualified for Worlds multiple times. All right, rollouts getting Nash. So, again, I think they're getting
Pretty
kind of
interesting.
undervalued player team.
Yeah. Their team looks odd, but I won't say anything until after NPA is over.
Yeah, I will be waiting to make my call for NPA champion after the draft has actually occurred, and after the tournament has occurred, and then I will tell you that I was 100% sure that the puppies were winning this.
Yeah, Puppies look like they're gonna be in finals at least.
we may have a little bit of a stop in a draft here. There is some behind the scenes management thing we're discussing. Nothing
Gotcha.
particular, but just want to get it. In the meantime, enjoy the soothing sound of our wonderful voices as we talk about literally nothing. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Jonathan
Jono,
Marston,
perfect.
Harrogate regional
Yep.
champion, solid British player. So regional champion as well.
Yeah. I think he's been around for a really long time, huh?
Yeah, no, Jonathan has played for quite a while. Obviously, has had good success across a wide variety of formats. I think getting even more into it again with champions coming out. Okay, going 7. This is another like 7 to 8, 9K. I would not be surprised.
But he had like really good performances, I think.
Yeah, I mean, again, regional champion has had a lot of consistent top cuts and been playing forever. So good at adapting between formats. And I think has been a pretty regular part of the community. And it's hard to kind of quantify that kind of thing of being part of the community, but being active, knowing a lot of people, that's obviously going to have an effect on who drafts you and why they want you on their team.
Right. 11K actually. So higher than you expected.
Yeah, good for Jonathan. Let's see. Someone go 40K immediately. Let's go right now.
Oh.
Okay, Blizzard's finally picking up another player. They,
Blizzards
getting
have had clearly more money than everyone, so they could afford to keep up bidding.
yeah. Well, that's kind of the nice thing at this point is that if there's a player you really want. Oh, Face. Everyone really likes Face.
Thanks. Yep.
Are we gonna see the 3K? 3K. Let's face Ashfaq, by the way, has had a lot of consistent results across a lot of formats.
Yeah.
I am
A
very
lot of top
yeah,
cut.
has limited availability, but was a very cool person. Just done really well. Ink wasn't paying attention. Good job. Subatomic Surfer saying they don't give a fuck. They're backing Wobblefett and the rollouts all the way. Same. I legally cannot back anyone that is not my boss. So I will be backing the teams that Z, to Wobblefett, and probably Blaharan are on.
So actually, I'm going to avoid backing any of those teams.
Okay,
Oh,
Gremgust,
Grandis.
Stephen Mia, very good
Yep.
player. They kind of destroyed our team in classics when playing 2019. I know that's not particularly relevant here, but it matters to me. But Stephen Mia,
I
obviously,
mean,
very successful
honestly,
player.
being good at the non-terra formats is honestly just as important.
Yeah, well, especially like any mega format to know like, oh, what megas
Oh,
actually
yeah,
work
of course.
here. And I'm going to be very unsurprised if Steven goes for a lot here. There are a very good player who's had a lot of accomplishments, and they still play recently. I know like we're talking about 2019 stuff, but no, they still have had great results recently, including regional top eights. All right, going above 10K, and I think Ink again just gonna probably be able to outbid here pretty easily. Are we just gonna see Ink slowly crush someone's dreams? Oh, Bat stepping in. They also have, I believe, have not on for a lot right now. Yeah, they also have quite a lot to bid. So we could actually see a bidding war here. Are we stopping at 13K? No, yeah, I mean, we should be seeing Ink spend on this because realistically, there's no point not to at this point. They have so much money compared to the vast majority of
Yeah.
the teams in the draft. Or KD stepping in instead of Ink, I guess.
Yeah.
Right? They've got their entire team. Code, I believe you may be cutting out.
Huh.
I was just hearing like small noises from you, and I was like,
Oh.
okay, we see Graham gets go for 16K. Again, Ink leveraging the fact that they have more money than everybody at this point. Now we're really seeing a lot of the kind of team's main cores take shape. A lot of teams are based, with 8 players. I've already kind of filled out, but most teams on 6 players at least at this point. So we're seeing a lot of basically, the people we're going to expect to see kind of showing up as the starters.
Are we finally going to get out the realm of regional winners, or is Pengi going to go next?
No, we are getting more regional winners. I promise you. All right, and now we have another little break as Zelda tries to figure out who players are, assumedly. Do we expect to see Zelda nom someone and then say who is this?
Yeah.
Okay, Trier. Okay, well,
Yeah.
he should know who that is.
Yeah.
For those who don't know, this is Riccardo Stellini. Not a regional champion, but has made it top 4 and done well at a bunch of events.
Yeah.
How many regional winners are even there? In this draft pool, I think there's probably like 50. Possibly significantly more. Probably like closer to 100. Genuinely, it's possible you could fill out the majority of this draft with just regional winners. And then in terms of how many regional winners are there of all time, who knows? Too many. Apparently, like 50% of them are Renzo Navarro, though. Okay, on to the stars. Yui.
Who's? I'm afraid I don't know this actually.
I know you're familiar. It's not.
Oh, it's Dill.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Why does everyone have to have names that are so not used? I'm still confused by the way C1. I really thought their name was different. Yeah, Dill, I think we should be unsurprised to see this one go to 10K. But maybe we'll get.
All right, that's fine.
Okay, reasonable at this point in the draft. And people have, I think basically everyone's spent enough at this point that, only so much. Oh, Justified Joe sending the bid too late. Tragic. I also want to point out we have 193 people in this room right now, so 93 people watching the draft. Cool. And then us presumably more watching from either our stream or from Geo's. Presumably more from Geo's. La Rahan, my final boss. Another regional champion.
Yep. Indianapolis regional champion.
Yeah.
Probably signing up mostly for the custom avatar.
Understandable, honestly. That's why I'm here. But Rahan Ball, basically one of the major popularizers of the kind of Maridon comps we saw throughout Reg G by winning Indianapolis, which was then kind of became Arubega later on.
made everyone think that Discharge Miraidon was the move, and then it slowly just didn't become anything.
And then everyone was like, wait, I can just run Dazzling Gleam.
Yeah. Oh, this is Dimitri?
Yes, Dimitri Koziaris.
Yeah.
Australian player, stunned quite well. I believe also a regional champion.
I
Or they
don't
just
know.
top 4? Am I thinking of?
I think they're a regional finalist, maybe. I'm not actually sure on that.
Yeah, finalist. Yeah, they were a finalist in Perth. But that's a low buy, I think, for them. But we're kind of at the point, and again, to the puppies.
Yeah, oh Jesus
They
Christ.
got
The
both
puppies
Ron
have
and Dimitri.
wow. This is just shake my hand, puppies, you win.
Egg Post King. Real. Kilowattrel enthusiast. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, if I'm just seeing your. I like Dim. It is not about Dim. Weird shit going on in the chat right now. Oh, they're asking about Ruben Gianzini. I don't remember what the Smogon is, but I'll know it when I see it.
It's Mastrota. Yeah.
Yeah, Ruben Gianzini, very strong Italian player, has had great runs in team tours. Honestly surprised they didn't get nominated earlier. I would not be surprised if we get to see this go to some high bids. But it might just be a 5K because everyone's out. No, Sven steps in. Steps in. Interesting for the Trailblazers. Okay, we might see a little bit of a bidding war between the Cruisers and Trailblazers. Both of those teams have quite a bit of cash left, so they can still fight for quite a while.
We'll see how Ruben fares in a meta without Calyrex.
No, he'll still have it. Just him.
Yeah, I know. Keep in mind, another special event champion, so basically a regional champion.
For the sake of everyone taking shots right now as we say regional champions, you may skip this as a regional champion. Yeah, but Ruben is very, very solid player. 8K, pretty high for where we are at in the draft. I would maybe have expected a little bit higher, but Trailblazers finally picking up some more players for their team. The thing with the Trailblazers at this point is that they haven't really rounded out their solid core because Face does not have a great availability. So I don't know if they'll be starting.
It's interesting. Their draft is, I think their team they're aiming for their team server to be a little more like or like fun, maybe.
Well, yeah, I think Chichiot and then Mastrota probably know each other, and then Kyogre, G, Megumi, and Chenku I think are social, and FaZe is just a cool person. So
yeah, that's the impression I was getting.
Yeah, I could definitely see that being a fun server. Floette does look kind of like a Calyrex Shadow. True Skwovet boy. If you just squint your eyes a bit, it's basically a horse.
Drafting will never be done. We're going to be here all night.
Okay, Kakunaka. This is a Japanese player.
Yep. And probably I was going to say probably a mid bid, apparently.
Okay, are we just going to see 3.5? I think that's a bit of a steal, even at this point in the draft. Okay, Bird's filling out their team a little bit more.
I'm pretty sure Kakunaka did pretty well in the Sword and Shield era, so
yeah,
definitely nothing to scoff at.
Someone just said I've gone through like 5 Dead by Daylight matches while watching. Okay, so in One Piece, this is Ofamezi Emil. So very consistent player. Just get him for 3K. Oh.
That's something.
Kakunaka and Ofamezi going for like 3.5 and 3K respectively. Okay, Dan Eddy. Jev is being released in our chat to be. Okay, are we gonna see another? Okay, no, people are finally bidding more. Yeah, Kakarot for
Denetti's got some
3.5K
pretty
and then
good.
Ofamezi for 3K. That's crazy.
Got some pretty good like middle to good regional results, but a lot of them. So it's like
Yeah, no, like that's the thing I would expect with Ofamezi is I would expect him to put in like a really consistent performance. That's crazy. Dan Eddy 5K. I think that's reasonable.
yeah,
Bargain blast round. Yeah, Lefis, this could be your turn. Keanu
Keanu,
Inosanto. He was not in the mock draft because he signed up after it. But obviously, really good player. Finally, getting a little bit higher bids. We'll really want Keanu. Keanu is also a very chill dude, so great presence on the team. Okay, finally, a lot of people fighting for it. By a lot of people, I mean it's like the people on the same teams, but it's all different managers.
yeah.
I don't understand that. Just designate one person and like tell them if you need them to go for something. I'm Rio says I'm waiting for someone to pick Joda for 3K and no one will know who he is before getting bashed by the best EU Rain player. I assume all of EU is playing Rain because EU doesn't build.
Is Giodas even signed up?
I don't remember seeing them. Okay, Keanu for 9.5K stars. Finally using a little bit more of that cash they've built up. Meanwhile, the Blades are literally just going to have to sit and wait for the end of the draft.
Oh, Hobbit's about to go.
Yeah.
And I see top 8.
Now I see top 8. He ran Overquill at that time. Plays a lot of very interesting teams. Very creative
team builder. Someone I'd love to have for this kind of
I think
situation.
Having someone that can pass you creative teams and is really good. So you're not just getting counter teamed or trying to outbalance everyone constantly. Especially in a new meta, that's going to be really hard to deal with. Yeah, we're seeing pretty high bids for them already. Zelda just hates all the Australian players, I guess.
I think the biggest question on my mind right now is like, how many regional winners haven't been nommed yet?
There's so many. I have no idea. Who do we have left that has really good regional results that hasn't? Because I know Dorian's not a regional champion, but Dorian will, presumably get drafted.
Yeah, Dorian's very consistent player.
Consistent player and a great builder.
Yeah, I see Pangy still there. That's the one I definitely know.
Yeah, Pangy still. Charlie Kim has not been drafted yet.
Oh yeah.
I'm just looking at a sign up list and pointing out some people that I know are either notable or have been drafted before. Baburas, the Greek player from last year, is not the
Pheasantipity player.
The Pheasantipity goat, to be clear.
Brady hasn't been drafted.
Mancuso is a regional winner, has not been drafted yet.
Borgie hasn't been drafted either.
Which we will make fun of Borgie for if we get the chance. Avatar Fede hasn't been drafted, I don't think.
There's Ryan, Sable IBGC.
Yeah.
Oh, there is another special event winner technically, Tio.
Oh yeah, but Tio was like, "I'm not playing. I just want the custom avatar."
Yeah,
which respectable. Yeah, none of the really crack seniors have been drafted yet. That's true. I think the seniors will probably come up, but it's just kind of the thing of like Masters players are usually favored, but we have not seen
there's
crack seniors.
Some seniors players like Mini Fiero.
Pietro, yeah. Okay, Giso. So I don't remember what their results are. They've been playing for a couple of years, but I don't specific results. They've done, pretty consistently, but not amazing.
I don't remember that much.
They've mostly played online. Okay, we're getting very high bids for them. Not surprising. Italian player has had pretty solid online results. Not, super surprising to see people value that. But, 15K this late in the draft. Charlie and Leland are missing. The Crow hasn't been drafted yet. Technically a regional champ. Crow isn't a regional champ, and you can't convince me otherwise.
He's a regional champ of like the 10-person regional.
It's regional. He was like punching fifth graders. It's not. We don't count that. Oh, we're getting very high bids for Yuzo.
Is this even fair price? I mean, like,
this is weird to me. Maybe they know something significantly that we don't, but he's gotten good results in online tours, but nothing that would make me say like, oh yeah, 19K late in the draft.
Is there something from like Scraw Tour? Maybe I don't know.
That's very well in Scraw.
I just fail to understand this.
Did they maybe have like a great API run or something?
Okay.
They might also be like just like part of a team building group. That's really good. I think they team build with some of the other top Italians.
I love the fake GG.
Crazy.
Really interesting to see how high that was rated.
Yeah. I don't know. This might be a thing of like they're part of a team building group and are known for that. Okay, K Crick. This is a DOU player most in draft, I believe.
Hold on. Oh, this is top 4 Sydney. I know that at least.
Yeah, it started VGC fairly recently, but I know it has done a bunch of DOU and draft.
Yeah, I mean 3K is definitely exactly right.
Yeah, this is not someone that I would expect to go super high, but like reasonable. I understand them being nommed. Part of that, I think the group of players that don't have tons of results, but understandable to get on your team. But like rollout's basically done, but they still have 28K left. That's crazy. I feel like rollouts are going to be super hard to prep against. Because like look at the building group they have. They have Zach Weed, they have Kyle Livinghouse, Santino Tarquino, Mega Umbreon, Oese, Dewab, Nash.
I don't know. I think their team just isn't that strong.
Yeah, they don't have like a ton of like outstandingly amazing player, like absolute top tiers. But
you can only go so far in prep though if you don't have like the skill to back it.
Yeah, that's the hard thing. Like obviously everyone there is very capable of playing at the high level, but there's a difference between like, being good and being Paul Chua.
Yeah.
This is Filip Itzak, one of the Polish players. Pretty strong, results. Has gone top 4 at regionals. Top 8 pretty recently at the VR one, I believe, the Grand Champions Festival. But very solid Polish player. I think 5.5 to 6. That's very reasonable for them. Subatomic Surfer. The fact that you're calculating Ariados concerns me in general. I don't know if it's the amount of prep that's the problem.
This is already turning out really different from the mocks.
Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. Okay, Avatar Fanny. This is Argentinian national champion.
Yeah.
Very solid player. Unsurprised to see them drafted. I think possible we get to 9 to 10K. I think 8K would be a very reasonable buy though. Okay, Ink going to 8.59. Here we go. Gonna see the 10K. There are also a couple like other strong players that are still in the draft. Jeffis, however you feel like pronouncing it. They have a correct way to pronounce it. I don't care.
There's still Yotam in the draft. I expect them to go.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh, 3K for.
Yeah, we're getting into the 3K range now.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's just a lot of people where it's like, they're good, but are you going to spend a ton of money on that? Okay, it's puppies. They're also pretty close to the end of the draft. Mario, okay,
Mario
yeah, regional champion.
won their first Masters regional, so
Another regional champion appearing. Oh, Zelda finally bids on an Australian player.
yeah, go figure. That's the one player they know.
Yeah, not surprising at all, but again, another recent regional champion. Okay. Kunal, once again, requesting a price list. Will do once this bid is over. Okay, we're going to see 7.5. That I could see Mario going for higher, but reasonable. Okay. Saf is also doing price list. Okay, cool. Saf did the price list. Everybody look at the price list. Again, we've tipped out of most of the people that are going for above 10K now, and I think we're going down into the like 5 to 3K range. And so look at some of the picks here. Anything that stands out to you, Code, you want to comment on at this point?
Oh,
Oh, nope, we're
Bite
doing
is
Bite. Not too long to look at the price list. Bite for 3K. This is a Thai player as well. They are a Thai player, I believe, has done very well at the Thai Nationals and Worlds and has attended a couple of events outside of that.
yeah. I think they did a couple well at a couple of the European events.
Yeah. Understandably a 3K, but solid player to pick up. All right, Zelda's turn. Will they know literally any players? Leftist telling us in chat not to slander them by not mentioning that Mario got their first regional and Left didn't. Kaisamus, oh, it's Jude Lee. For those who don't
Oh,
know, Jude Lee is a very strong player, but has had some concerns over cheating in the past and a lot of stuff like
yeah.
that. So,
I I think people avoided bidding just out of like fear of running into issues.
yeah, which is very understandable. So, very good player. I think play wise, much better than 3K. Uh,
Here we
the
have
concerns
Dark
over that are
George.
definitely bringing the price down, though.
Dark George is a Spanish player who's been playing for quite a while. Mostly has an online presence though.
Yeah, Jorge Vega, solid player. Again, obviously online, as they said, a previous NPA champion as well. I believe that they played Prague recently and did pretty well there.
Hmm.
But this is a pretty understandable bid. I think maybe you'll go a little bit higher, maybe to 7, but I think pretty understandable bid for someone that's mostly online. Okay, we get to 7. Please don't prove me wrong by going higher. Don't hurt my feelings. Let's go.
A
Finally, a
fair bit.
prediction correct. We're actually closing the stream now. That's all we wanted. Okay, Pastor. Another pretty well-known player.
Yeah.
It's try and see him get bid this late in the draft, especially because we're going to get a little bit of bidding over this. Uh, Again, that's kind of the thing with how deep this field is. It's just hard to get everyone immediately. They're a Greek player, has done pretty well. A lot of events, does a lot of the VRs and stuff like that, and GCs, a lot of the online events, but very solid. Take care of him. Message. Zelda does not
Chosen
wrong. Let's
Future?
go.
I'm afraid I don't know who Chosen Future is.
Sounds familiar. Check. Uh, and they've already been picked. 3K.
Okay.
It might be a problem if that's, but I do not know. Do not take any of my word for it. I will check further. I will try and find they were. Because we accept nothing less than the bare minimum effort here.
There's so many players who haven't been nommed that I expect to.
Yeah. Well, it's
There's
still quite a bit of space on teams left.
yeah. Just skimming through the list, Borky, Finnebass.
Oh, Chosen Future is an old gen player who has won 2 regionals.
I see.
All right. So another regional champion.
Also, like none of the seniors have been nommed, like it's been said before.
Yeah, I'm honestly kind of surprised. Like, I wasn't expecting them to go first, but usually we see some of the NPA managers pick up some of the senior players because a lot of them are, like players that you're going to get good value out of, but probably going to get underpay for. Leland and Charlie have not been picked up. Honor has not been picked up. Pietro
Isaac.
Arrow has not been picked up. Marco hasn't nominated his own brother, which is fucked up.
Saving best for last or something.
Ipa.
Ipa. Is this a Spanish player?
I believe so. We're really getting into the players that it's like.
Yeah. Okay, Juan Nunez. It's they just won
yeah,
Seville, of course.
Oh, recent regional champion. Crazy. I didn't even know they signed up. Audie with who hasn't won a regional once again. Giving this shit out like participation trophies.
You get a regional and you get a regional.
You get a regional. Everybody gets a regional. TMC?
Who?
No one I know. Let me find out. This is
another Spanish player.
Yeah, another Spanish player.
They just got top 8 in the Champions Arena, so
top 16 in Sevilla.
So pretty solid player, I would say, I guess.
Yeah. Interesting.
There's so many like great players that aren't being nommed though. It's just like
it's just
like under my
so
skin.
deep this year. True, Zelda knows a non-Australian player. That was big for Zelda. That's character growth. Okay, now on to the Birds, who really, got their team going after not drafting at all for the first half of the draft. Interestingly, though, we have both the rollouts and stars have quite a bit left to spend on a final bid. If they could also get more up to 13 players, but if they want, they can go pretty far. I would expect rollouts are probably going to get the full 13 because that seems to be the style of team that they want. Stars, I cannot say. So Birds currently, a lot of really, really solid players for the Birds. I think they have an incredibly solid team somehow after not drafting it all at the start. Because Jay Modry, Greppy, Harry Diortona, Commander, Renzo, Eric Sabi, Kakunaka, Blaze, and Juan.
They're pretty heavy on the
Crow, you're finally up.
The Crow.
This is Joe Felipe Leite. He is a Brazilian player who works with us in Smogon and Pokemon Showdown stuff. Very good player. Was in MPA last year.
He got a top 16 at a regional.
Yeah.
And then top
7-1 at EIC day 1. Got haxed. Yeah, I'm going to make you remember that. Okay, 4K, not min bid. Let's go, Crow.
I mean, yeah, that's pretty good. He
I
had
I
like
was expecting them to get drafted. They're both a good player and well known among the community. So yeah, but yeah, good to see
positive
them get
record
drafted
last
again.
year too. So
Yeah, Livio VGC.
don't know who this is, by the way.
Try and find out.
Livio Sand.
They got number 1 on ladder. They've got top 8 in Prague, top 16 Lille, top 32 USC. Okay, so they've had a very consistent, really good year this so far. They are a Dutch player, I believe. Livio Sandberg. But they've had really good recent results.
Yeah, it makes sense. They had like a lot of um
I'm
cuts.
Rio. We're probably in the last like third of the draft. I would expect it to end in maybe another half hour, 45 minutes. Jay so. This is John Hugh, for those who don't know. Notably, a very, very creative builder who's been around for a long time, has accumulated a lot of good results over their career. Unsurprised to see them get nominated and being bid on. Again, I think valuing someone having at least one person who's a very creative builder is good, just to make sure that you have someone that can throw you a creative team that is not going to get counter teamed. So if you're really concerned about you're playing the type of same thing, you have someone there who can step in and say, hey, let's try and build something different. Right, we're back to the rollouts who again. Aaron, let's go. Sir Aaron VGC, online player, done very well in the Smogon circuit, winning tours there. Very solid. Also helped build a lot of very solid teams like the Figfish Hands, that was very well known, and variations of that.
Yeah, the team that Kieran used to get second in GC.
Yeah, so I haven't had the chance to go to any regionals or IRL events, but a very solid player nonetheless. Magic Rana. They did, I believe, decently at the Straw tournament. I don't remember. I think they didn't quite make the top cut, but did very well there. Oh, it's Desu's brother. Okay, makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah, Aaron Nom. I think we're all very happy. But Desu's brother. That's cool. Yeah, some decent results recently, and obviously it's done pretty well and related to a good player. Red Snorlax. I have no idea.
I vaguely recognize the name because I know they played like last year.
Yeah, I just don't know who it is.
Well, I guess you guys won't find out because I'm too lazy to find it.
They were VR January Challenge runner-up.
Still taking note that rollouts have 2 picks left with 25K.
Yeah, crazy. So they're just not spending a lot on anyone. Which, like, with the players they're drafting, it's not super surprising. I believe Red Snorlax is a Japanese player as well.
Gotcha.
No, Chinese player, my bad. It is Chen Ruijian. Yes, it's a Chinese player named Chen Ruijian who recently got finalist at the January VR Tour. This sounds very familiar. This is... I should know who this is.
Who is it?
Ale K97.
Oh. This is what... Okay, I forgot their name. I'm really mad. I think they're like an Italian... No, Spanish maybe?
Yeah, they've had a lot of good results, though. They've played...
it's
Alessandro something.
Yeah,
I'm blanking on their last name, but it's
I'm blanking on
Alessandro,
the
and
name too.
they've had a bunch of good results in the past. Top 8 fairly recently in Bologna, so solid player. I don't think they've played as much recently. All right, so we're definitely getting into a lot of the like 3K kind of just picking up people at this point where there may not be a lot of fights for it, but there's still quite a few people who have a lot of money left. So we may see some left over because like when there's so few people who can actually fight for it, there's not a lot of chance to spend that much.
At this point, we're getting down to where each team can get like 3 to 5 players only left.
Yeah. The maximum left for anyone is the cruisers still can get up to 6 picks. Meanwhile, 45 mice getting baited again. Who do you think will be nominated next?
By How Kings, probably it's probably gonna be either an Italian or a Spanish player, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, realistically. Max,
I
okay.
don't who's this? I feel like I hold on.
Is this Vovomax? No. This is a good player. I know they're very familiar. Max Morales. It's Max Morales.
Oh, of course. Max Morales is one of the best Latam players. I
Yeah.
should have known.
Yeah, it's Max Morales. Yeah, I'm very surprised. 3 point. I guess like there's no one left, but
Another
he's a very good player.
Hey, guess what? Another regional winner.
Recent regional champion. Take a shot, everybody.
And of course Zelda doesn't know it. We're hitting every bingo board today.
What is Max? Is it 13 or?
Oh. I
He's
should ask
asking what the max
who.
player count is.
Yeah, I thought Zelda was asking who is. That's funny.
Code.
Oh, there I am.
Do you want to sell yourself to everyone?
Um, Kind of bad player. Easy 3K.
Easy 3K, but you're drafted. Congrats. You have a lot more way to say that you get confidence in being the commentator here. Hey, you're on
Of
the same team
course
as Aaron.
Oh yeah. I love I love online players getting the love that they
Yeah.
maybe deserve.
Okay, we're getting up there. They can only get 1 pick left for rollouts, but continuing their strategy so far of picking up undervalued players like Sir Aaron and Code if you think he's good. Right, Val nominating Dissy. Code, by the way, is a very prominent DOU player as well and has done quite well in Smogon Tours, but is online. This is Dissy is City Badian, and they made top 16 in a couple of events, including EUIC recently.
Here, I'm just gonna name off some players that I still see in the undrafted pool.
Lethis, of course. Say it. So, aw. Okay. Now we're up to.
This is crazy because I feel like Pengi's gonna get robbed again, even after winning another.
Yeah, that's crazy. I have heard
I
some
really
people
hope
say
it's
they've had some level of like they don't want to hang out with him, but I do not know anything specific.
well, it's a great Canadian player, won a VR. Don't really know what to say.
Kangaroo. Another 3K. We're kind of
This
at the
is
point where it's going to
Jeremy
be basically
Coates, I think.
3Ks. Yeah. Okay. Birds turn. They're also pretty nearly done. This might be their last. They go for it. Okay, Orlando Luna. Orlando Luna, good player, also notably accidentally signed up multiple times. I had to fix that because he signed up, didn't put in his information, and then just signed up again with a different account. But also, Players Cup top 16, Santiago regional finalist, a lot of other top cuts in VRs online.
Wow, there's so many players. This pool is too stacked. I really want to see. Okay, I'm biased towards Texas. I really want to see Jonsu get drafted.
I think they have a solid shot. I think they have a very solid shot.
I mean, just top 4 at Orlando, so
Yeah,
that's
like, but also we just had someone who was a regional finalist just get drafted for 3K.
true.
Map Master, okay, seniors. I want everyone to know in the mock draft yesterday, the ink went, isn't this person like 14 and then bought them for 14K on accident? I hope that happens again.
Oh yeah, is he 14? Very good Australian seniors player.
Finally, we're getting into some of the seniors and a pretty high bid, 7.5K for them. Finally getting some more bid wars. Oh, Zelda and Val going at it.
Wow, this is a lot. Might actually go for 14 for real.
Ink, buy them for actual 14K. Please.
No, Ink can't afford it.
No. Oh no, I think we're gonna see 12K. No, 12. Yes,
Oh.
get to 14.
Are we actually getting to 14 just for the bit? Please, 14, come on.
14. We're there.
Leave it. Leave it.
Please leave it. Please leave it.
No! Zelda, you sold the bit. Still waiting for Dorian, for Yotam, for Finnebass,
Dorian, Yotam,
for
Finnebass, Lephis, a lot of really solid players still
Borgie.
left. And then, of course, a lot of the seniors players still.
So Niku Alex, that's another too.
And then, of course, there's like the top tier DOU players who I don't expect many of them to get in, but like some of them I would.
Yeah, I don't think at this point a DOU player is gonna sneak in. I don't think
I
they
could see like
should.
one or two.
Maybe on Val's team actually.
Val does like to draft the homies team, so understandable. I could see it happening. They bidding up to the actual age. Never mind. Bagel, we almost had it. Okay, no one is quite locked out yet and taking time to. Meanwhile, I'm still getting pinged for the VR tour, which I didn't sign up for. All right, everyone in chat, who else do you think has not been drafted that you think should be drafted? Lefis, you are not allowed to say yourself. Raj Desai.
Who? Oh wait. Oh, I feel like I know. Oh, it's oh. That instantly clicked. Absolute character.
Truly a
Article
person
I.
of all time. Getting multiple
Oh,
people in chat
Kieran.
saying me and Charlie Kim.
Kieran going very late, but I believe that's because
He's not
they
available
can't
for like
play.
7 weeks.
He can't play until I think after the first week of June.
Yeah, so very, very understandable. A great player, but you know, if he can't play, he can't play. Chang, also a good player, previous NPA player. Raj does you didn't call it out in chat. I would expect a little bit of bidding on this person because they did well in NPA before previously.
Enjoy inactivity in your server is crazy.
Oof, shots fired. Pontus,
Pontus.
okay, the Pontus Westerland, very solid player. Has had quite a few good results over the past years. Previous NPA player as well. Oh, we're seeing some solid bidding. Not surprising. Also, again, crazy that someone like Pontus is this late in the draft. Tanner Mass saying Panda Man is shiced. True. Okay, Pontus going up to 8. So finally, we're seeing what Ink and Trace have been saving up for. Trace getting it.
Oh, the GG.
Ink, GG. He said that and then lied one time.
Yeah, you can't believe him anymore.
Not trustworthy, man. This guy. Pixie's team is
Dude,
wild.
can we please make this 15 max, bro? This hurts.
Hey man, you got drafted. You don't. You're not the same anymore. You can't be arguing this. You're not part of the people. Zelda, presumably again, still looking through the draft trying to figure out people. Oh, Suda.
Oh,
Ugh.
that's something.
Sudaz and Jude on the same team.
uh,
Evidently, okay,
I
Zelda does not care.
evidently they've gotten players that have had some like things happen in the past. Tehran,
They have Tehran, Jude, and Sudaz, and
Jude
then
and
also they
Sudas.
have Kieran who can't play for weeks.
Uh, Zelda's team looks good on the outside, but there's definitely some things going on.
Yeah, I personally would not want to be in that server.
I think primarily the serious players there are Chua and then the Australians.
Ogre
Ogre
VGC.
VGC.
That's good. It's crazy to me that Sudaz got drafted. Okay, probably good. Ogre BGC has had a couple solid runs. Nothing like amazing, but another Italian player. Got top 32 at I believe it was Frankfurt. Another solid Italian player. Unsurprising to pick up as a 3K. Okay, puppies. They've okay,
King
King
Black.
Plex. Yeah. They got pulled up in the mock draft as well. Another 3K.
Wow,
I
we're
think they've done some
nearing the
solid
end of the
online.
draft. We're nearing the end of the draft, and there's like 20 players I would want to get before this ends.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's rough out here. But yeah, King Blex has done some solid online plays. Okay, so we've got two teams out, puppies and
Shake my hand, puppies are waiting.
okay, cool. Saf has had to leave,
Wait, I
so
can't say that. I'm on an actual team.
I was like, wait, shit, I have to actually like my team. Okay, Lunam. This sounds very familiar. I'm not remembering any particular results associated with them, but
This is a very familiar name, but unfortunately, I'm not great with players.
I think an older player, if I'm remembering correctly. I think gets them for 6K because they still just had a bunch of money left. Now they have 5K left with 11 players already.
Oh
Interesting,
yeah,
we
they
still have
could.
samurais, cruisers, and blades with quite a few players to pick.
They
Zekrom
were
Zeke,
very.
okay. This
They were
is a
very
very solid
active in
player,
the
2013
cinnamon
Houston
area.
regional champion, and great player.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I was still talking about Lebanon.
Go talk about Lunam now. Go for it.
They were really active in the Sun and Moon era, and they had a lot of results, like a lot
Yeah.
during that.
Okay, but so it makes sense. And then Zekrom Zeke, as we said, also a regional champion.
Yeah. Texas player, in fact. Love
Yeah.
to see
Okay.
it.
Finally,
Oh, sliced
Dorian.
bread, perfect. Dorian getting drafted. Love
Yeah,
to see it.
Dorian really deserves to be drafted. Great player, has had great results, and is also a great team builder. Popularized the para spam that we saw recently that a bunch of people were using. Also, is it the person that actually makes the VRs on Smogon happen? So very grateful for that.
Yeah.
Okay, Dominoes. I swear they already got nominated.
Well, yeah. Okay, so they had 19K to end.
Okay, that's so wild.
Very concerning, but nonetheless.
To be fair, I think I had 16K for classics, and we had like 20,000 left to draft with. Oh, it's Nanny Roma.
I've seen this player a lot on the online
Yeah, no,
part
they've
of.
done ton of online tours. Not, I don't think super like amazing online. Oh, sorry, in person results, but very like a ton of great onlines, and they got top 16 at Scraw as well recently.
Nice.
I think a very solid pick for 4.5K as well. That's Val's team. They still have 11 5K. We're still waiting really to see what the Blades and Cruisers are gonna fill out their team.
Keep in mind, Charlie Kim hasn't been.
Charlie Kim and Lefis and Alex, I don't think have been picked.
And actually sitting in our chat right now, Tanner Mask hasn't been picked. Really,
Oh yeah,
really solid player, I'd
Tanner's
say.
a very good player. Draft Tanner. If you happen to be a manager and you're watching this stream while you're supposed to be managing, and you decide that
Absolute
we're the people you
cornball. You
should
want to
listen
have him
to,
in your server.
you should have Tanner.
Trades? What does he want to trade?
Also, apologies if you guys can hear me typing at any point. I didn't just whenever I have to manage something that's actually relevant to the draft. Pandaman also supporting Tanner. Listen to Pandaman. Joker.mo. I don't know who this is. Okay, inks out. That is done for the Blizzards.
Yeah, we're nearing the end of the draft here. I don't have much to say here.
Yeah, they were getting to a lot of players that unfortunately we don't know super well. Okay, Joker.mo is a VR champion. It's Yingmen Lingmo is their Twitter, and they were played for China in World Cup, so Chinese player, solid Chinese player. Tekka. Unfortunately, this is a Tekka moment. Okay, so yeah, it was Sonoru was their previous one. That's why we didn't recognize them. That's still AC. So I'm mildly concerned that the Blades at this point have no draft plans. Because they still have a couple players to get and really don't know if they... Okay, Zern. Okay, finally. DOU player and also just plays like every tier, and they're good at every tier.
Yeah, that makes sense. And it's on Val's team, so of course.
So we were right. DOU player will be drafted by Val. Okay, Deathstroke.
And this is Val's last Deathstroke.
Yeah. Unsurprising. Deathstroke is also a good player. Came up in the mock draft. Okay, Samurais are out with a team that does not surprise me at all. And also, for those who don't know, Deathstroke is also Shaman VGC, which you may know them by. Top 16 at Worlds multiple times. Okay, Nicholas Donnelly.
A player that did well in last NPA and usually does well. My Stars hasn't been picked either.
Yeah, My Stars, another really common. But Nicholas Donnelly, I'm very surprised to see that late. And that
picked on, yeah.
For the Cruisers, but Cruisers, I think their strategy working out well, I guess, to pick him up that well easily.
Yeah, it's a pretty solid player, and I think people generally like to be around him.
Which cannot be understated as a part of the team. Yeah, Zern is crazy. For the people in both Chrome and Tanner mentioning in chat, Zern is crazy. I would trust him to hand him like literally any tier and just ball. Let's check how many players are out. I don't think anyone has told us. Okay, so we just have 5 teams left. Now it is up to the Birds, who... Uncle Lou. Is this again?
Oh, this is Lewis Millich, Texas player. Very solid.
Another Texas rep.
Oh, Brady finally going. Wait, Brady is playing? I thought Brady was managing.
No, I think someone asked him to manage. He said no, and then they asked him to sign up, and he took forever.
I see.
Okay, so down to 3 teams. We are nearing the very end here. All right, we'll see what the Trailblazers pull up with. They can...
So, yep, they won NPA last year. Pretty solid player.
Yeah.
I think, I believe they just barely went positive too, so pretty good pickup.
Worth it. Okay, now we only have Cruisers and Blades. Blades still need to pick 3 more players. Cruisers just need to pick 1, but they can get multiple. They can get 2 if they wish to. Finnebass, finally.
There we go. That's a relief. I was hoping to see that.
Yeah, Finnebass, Fabian Cool, very, very solid player. Lots of great results all around, both online and in IRLs. So unsurprising to see them get drafted, though obviously I think we were a little scared there. Also part of the VR team for Smogon, so thank you for that. But we still got like a Chromate, Lefus, Charlie Kim.
Yeah. It's kind of unfortunate that so many great, talented players are just not going to be able to play.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate nature of NPA is that, with so many high level players up here, someone has to get cut. And it's really not necessarily a reflection on how good they are as a player. It's just the quality up here is so high that somebody has to fall through the net at the end. We'll see Blades nominate players eventually, presumably. So again, we have Chromate, Lefus, Charlie Kim, Connor hasn't been nominated.
Bro, there's no way Charlie Kim doesn't go. I mean, like, surely.
That's crazy. Okay, Maggie VGC. Maggie VGC is. Imagine, for those who don't know, is a previous manager and player in NPA, and has won NPA before, and then he's top cut a couple regionals as well. So very solid player. I don't think it hasn't played a ton super recently, but obviously has quite a bit of a pedigree from previous NPAs. Kevin Hahn hasn't been drafted yet as well. That's crazy. Yeah, so a lot of really good seniors and some solid masters players as well that I kind of crazy that they haven't gone yet. But we still have at least 3 more slots to fill. But that means a couple of those guys, My Star Sai as well, not go up that.
Oh, someone else who hasn't gotten, who usually it plays NPA's Art Car.
Oh
They're a
yeah.
good player.
And then I believe Nontaro. Nontaro has some issues with like player issues, but they sign up as well.
They're a really good Thai player, right?
Yeah, Taiwan. They've won Thailand nationals multiple times.
And I see them grinding a lot. Yeah, it would make sense, but I think, yeah, there's some issues there.
But like My Stars, Lefus, Charlie Kim, Kevin Hahn, Chromate, all really,
There's
really good
Suyu too.
players.
Suyu went 5-3 last year. I'd expect them to go.
Yeah, crazy. So, and that's like 6 players we just named, and only 3 are going to be able to make it.
Or like, actually, it genuinely breaks my heart to see players who deserve to be there
Yeah.
not.
To anyone here that happens to be listening and you weren't drafted, you are awesome players. So many of you guys are great, but unfortunately, Code and I are not the people drafting. We can't make the decision.
Oh, apparently Sven's just giving up who they're gonna know.
Okay. They asked me to skip
Yeah,
Nom, so
Kunki's a very good nom,
yeah,
I would say. Like,
yeah, Kugenki, another good player that really should. But again, crazy how many of these players have been left. And I think Pengi is not going to get picked up again.
it's just, yeah, it's just a bullet. A 2-time regional champ can't get in. How wow.
Those who don't know, Kunki is one of the best Dutch players, really good player, a lot of great results in IRLs. Top 8 at some recent regionals. Very solid pick. I think Nontaro and Pengi will probably be not picked because of personal issues, but again, kind of crazy.
The real gamer to pick up is Magnet Man. Oh, are we still waiting on them to decide their nom? Oh no, they got it.
Okay, Coach 5, and then they have one last nom after this.
Don't know who this is, unfortunately.
Nope, same here.
That's the thing
Okay,
about
last pick.
a pool that's this large. They already had their plans, so a lot of players are missing out because they just weren't on people's list.
Yeah, and I mean that's the really hard thing about this is that these guys make it previously, and there's not going to be a lot of room for changing if you already have someone.
Right.
Yeah, Coach 5 is Jordi Casado. Seems like they've had decent results, but I'm guessing a Spanish or Italian player, probably a Spanish based on Casado, but not amazing results, but solid. Like a lot of top 64s type thing. I think it's mostly probably.
Any team want to give me 1K to get Kevin Hans? Wait, is this the last nom? No, yeah,
Yeah, this is the last one.
the very last pick of the draft.
Yeah, because he needs a custom. It's up to Tekka if he wants to give Kevin a custom.
Giving a custom, but also giving a very solid player. You have to decide.
No, I don't know if I have enough to spare him.
And donate to the Kevin Hahn fund.
Yeah, Kevin on not being drafted. Crazy, but
Wow, this draft just this draft pains me. Every part of it that isn't me getting drafted. Of course, I'm excited.
you're like actually that's really cool. Suck at everyone else.
No, no, I want to see my friends get drafted, but
No,
I
very
also do
real.
want to be drafted.
Was gone for like 20 minutes. What happened? You. I don't know if we can cover everything that happened in the last 20 minutes. We're on the last pick of the draft right now. It's just Tekka and the Blades taking forever to make their last pick.
Please make the last pick. I want to go eat.
You can leave if you need to. The dream's about over. It's okay.
I'm thugging this till the end. Of course, Aldrich is making his last suggestions.
Hit Cabbage Connoisseur. At least one right winner left. Engie. Kyogre's 24 going for the give me a CA, please.
Oh, he still has driver from PDL.
Yeah.
Tack up. If you're listening to this, please no.
He's Nom, Kevin Hahn.
Dracovish 33, is that the name?
I think so, yeah. He's Engie has not been drafted, Skobit. We are on the last pick, and Pengi has not gone.
It's a tough world out there. That's all I can say.
It truly is a tough world.
Or maybe we can feed Tio his his free custom.
If Tio gets drafted, then that would be insane. Just custom farming.
That's crazy though. The pool is so so unbelievably stacked that you can't even afford to let people in that are just like clearly not wanting to play.
Yeah, unless it's Kieran, I guess.
Okay, well, that's a different story.
Yeah, well, I mean, and he will be able to play, especially if they make it to playoffs, which is the big thing.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just going to do an auction price list right now, so people can look. It's Faye.
Oh, Faye. Perfect. OSDT winner.
Yeah, very good doubles player.
I think they either broke even or went positive by 1 last year, so not a bad option.
All right, I will be posting this on Smogon in a minute. But thank you guys for watching this and hanging out with us during this chat. I hope you enjoy it and we were able to give you some information on like all of the players that we went through. I know we're imperfect, but I think we did a pretty good job of getting most of the people. So we will see you later, and we will hopefully be posting more on the Smogon VGC YouTube. So if you want to see more of both Smogon events and NPA, feel free to subscribe, and we will see you guys later.